do get some, and you make it back to camp with Griggs.
Salvation.
And I guess the Tabaxi has decided to join you.
Oh shit! I guess I have.
So
Welcome to
Wait,
the group, newbie.
What about the Tabaxi's friend?
Griggs, that's
Griggs.
yeah.
He's with us.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
He's
I-
with you guys.
I missed that
So
somehow.
he's the dwarven smith.
Okay.
My
So
boy.
what are you two guys gonna do now?
And you guys are just outside of the camp at this point.
Nice.
Are you gonna try and retire?
Retire from what?
Great.
Fighting beholders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really rather not do that again. I'll be honest with you guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Craven definitely
a lot.
didn't
Lot more
see
than
what
some
camp we
people.
were going to or anything like that, right?
He
That we could
immediately
tell.
started heading north.
He was like, "Fuck
Yep.
this."
I at least want to give him a high five before he left.
He did give you a high five.
I said,
Nice.
Smell you later.
Yeah, he was happy with your guys' performance, and he said, "I'm happy that you were people of your word to a degree. That's all that you can really ask in the wilderness."
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So you left on not perfect terms, but
Not
friendlier not terrible terms.
Ugh.
Cool.
So you are just outside the camp now,
Do you
and
want to come to our camp?
The
How
camp
far
we're
from
staying
ta-
at.
Wait. Can we trust them?
You're really like weird socially. They're like right here.
I don't know. Can
If I-
you?
If I cover my mouth like this and they can't see my lips moving, they don't know what I'm saying.
If you give
right?
me like an hour, I'm gonna arcane recovery and banish you, and we're just gonna walk away.
But I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be long gone.
I'll be back in 1 minute. It only lasts for one. Is it
Set
1
up an
minute?
ambush.
I can fucking sprint from ages. I was talking about. I'll be gone. Let me
Griggs
see.
kind of pipes up. I'd like to see your camp, actually.
Actually, wait. Who are you?
Local dwarven smith. Who are you?
Local halfling. Me.
Asperger's.
Local. I
Wow.
kind of I don't really believe in the local
I'm a-
part.
I'm
think
a
that you're-
traveling local.
You're always locally you.
Yeah,
First.
that's beautiful. I like.
Well, my home is pretty much officially ruined because some worm knocked some shit down. So
Oh.
Yeah, that was
you
fun.
Live in there?
Terribly sorry.
I did.
Oh.
Do you have a cousin that like fucked with gunpowder? I just have this weird image.
No, I don't.
Okay, just making sure. Just have this weird flash sideways.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Crescent Bay originally.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Nice town.
So, you got any family there?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Small
Hey, let's
small
get-
merchant group.
Let's get back to camp.
This is a really awkward conversation.
Hold on a second.
Oh no.
I'm gonna gather everyone around and we're gonna whisper.
I'm gonna stick my head in. What you
Griggs
talking
is just
about?
like, what the fuck are you guys doing over
I'm
there?
gonna push the tobacco out. I'm pushing the
All
tobacco
right.
out.
I'll stand next to
So-
Griggs. These guys are assholes.
They are. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't either.
Why are they
My fault.
huddling? We already executed the plan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I'm trying to fucking roleplay.
I look at Marble. Marble, what the
so-
hell?
I'm trying to fucking tell you.
Where are we even asking? Can't we just move?
Well, that guy's family is in Crescent Bay. The camp that we're going to is planning on attacking Crescent Bay. Are we sure we want to take him there if we don't know if he's with the Resistance or not?
Huh.
Hmm?
I
That's
actually
kind of an
didn't think
issue.
about that.
The biggest issue is the consistency of this huddle. There's two very weak links that just suddenly dip.
But that doesn't matter.
That does. They can probably hear us. Fucking
Well,
idiot.
get lower.
No, we can't. Keep talking.
Sorry, get lower. But anyways. do
I
we-
love my family.
I'm sure you do.
Are we sure? Are we sure we want to take this guy with us?
I whisper. Are you trying to kill him? What do you want to do with him? Like, what the
You're
fuck?
gonna kill him, dude.
I'm gonna look at Griggs and be like, they know we can see their camp. We're right in front of it.
No, we're not. We're actually a ways away from the camp.
That is
No.
not true. I said you
No.
guys
We're
were in
right
front of the
in front of
camp.
the
We
camp.
made it to the fucking
We're
camp
over here.
already?
Yeah, you said we were right in front of it.
I don't think
Well,
it's gonna be a
never mind
big
then.
deal.
I'm just gonna
Then
walk
just
in the
let
camp, be like, what's going
retcon.
on over here?
Then retcon all of that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm just gonna. I
Fucking
want to
shit.
go
Let's
get
do
some
this.
chicken from my universal sex friend's name. I don't remember his name, but
Sex
it could have been either way.
Wait, what?
He
You
had
don't
a
remember
gender
that?
fluid name. I don't remember what it was. It was a guy,
What?
but it was a
Sex-
name that could also be a
Sex
girl's.
friend.
Alex?
Wasn't it like Carter or something?
No,
No,
No, that was a
that was a
leader.
leader.
not Carter.
It was
Yeah,
a different
Carter's-
guy.
Wasn't it?
It was
something
a
with
name that
T?
could definitely be a girl's name too.
Who are you talking about? Who's this character?
I know.
The
I
one
The
that
guy
know
who
gave
gave
him
us
chicken.
chicken.
He-
No,
yeah,
no,
he
only
him
gave
chicken,
Elliot chicken.
Only,
remember
only
this.
Elliot.
but
Yes.
It doesn't. Oh my
Okay,
God, this is so
it-
fucking pedantic.
Go ahead and it was Dolly. Remember?
Dolly. That's
Yes.
it. Okay.
The
Why are we
Just
talking
looking
about him?
It doesn't matter.
Because
Let's
Elliot
just
wants
go.
his chicken
Let's
from his
just-
sex friend.
Let's just go.
let's just get in the fucking camp. Holy shit, you guys are ridiculous.
You guys usher into the camp. Upon entering, the two same scouts that saw the original group on the road says, "You've picked up two more. Did you also manage to get what Carter was after?"
That's just tucked away in my bag. Someone else can answer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer.
Who
I'm
the
not charismatic.
Fuck is Carter?
That depends. Where is Carter?
Who the fuck is Carter? This dumbass.
Well, just follow us, I guess.
Yeah.
They take you to
Oh my
Carter's tent. You guys open up the tent. The 8 of you shuffle in.
Yeah, mate.
Carter turns around and looks at everyone and says, well, it looks like you've saved 2 lives, if I had to guess correctly, or you've made 2 friends."
Yeah. The cat man's my friend.
Okay. What
My
about the
friend.
dwarf?
Don't
He's
you
my friend
touch
too.
that.
Okay, all right.
We're my friends.
Tell me, dwarf, do you have a name? Yeah, Grig's the name. Griggs, if you're looking for work, our smith has actually just recently succumbed to a disease that he had. If you wanted to, excuse me, is there a disease in camp? No. It was just something that he had. No one else was getting it. It was just him. We'll pay you.
Insight check.
We'll pay you handsomely. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight check. What the fuck is this shit? What's my insight?
Rona.
Oh. Wisdom-based skill.
9. Fuck.
Oh
Fuck.
my god.
Looks good.
Why the? Never mind.
Madonna.
Nuts.
Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, we'll pay you a gold piece a day to be the smith. Well, seeing as I don't have a home, I'll gladly take that. I'll take that offer for the time being. What's this
Well-
camp all for anyway?
I thought you said you have family in Crescent Bay.
Well, I do, but I don't live with them. I lived in the cave,
Oh, okay.
so yeah, I'll take your offer. And Carter snaps and has one of his guards take Griggs out of the tent, saying, "Go ahead and fetch him the smith's tent. Make sure that it's done to his liking, and just set him up with a 10 gold for starting gold." And they
Sanitize.
usher him out.
Greg's, clean the place up. Don't trust it. Or, I mean,
Sanitize.
just make sure.
Well,
Bye, Greg's. We'll talk later.
Carter, we can cure diseases.
I'll be honest with you. Our smith was poisoned.
Oh,
Gasp.
why? Wait, why? Or
what?
how? I don't know how to ask this.
I believe we have a spy.
Oh.
I'm not sure who it is though.
Well, we can cure poison.
What's this? Why we have
Guys.
spies in this random camp? What are we for?
Oh well, this camp it's a siege force to
Oh, yeah,
take
he
Crescent
doesn't
Bay.
know.
What? What
Yep.
the fuck?
About 400 to 500 strong at this point.
Say, are you gonna try and help relocate the new Smith's family?
Well, we hope to kill like literally almost no innocents in the battle.
Yeah.
That's a hope.
Do
Well,
I believe that?
Well, that's
I believe that.
that's what the gem is for. And as he says that, someone else enters the tent, in black robes, and a pointy hat, just regular
it's a
mage
spy.
clothes.
is
No,
Nick now?
it's
He's
not
wearing
Kane.
black. He's a spy. Found him. Got him.
Carter introduces Theros. This is Theros. He'll be the one using the gem, and Theros just kind of gives you all a nod. Elliot, go ahead and make a history check.
Ooh.
Also, I'm gonna nudge Sauron.
Yeah.
Nudge Sauron and wink at
Okay.
him.
Yeah, detect good and evil.
All right. Let's. Oh, you're
You
using
want me to
Detect Good
use-
and Evil.
You would use your ping.
Wait, what?
You actually have to cast Detect Good and Evil.
It would be. It's your.
Your what's that fucking called? Your ability.
I can't
not
hear you,
your-
Cass.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. Let me find it.
It's
figure
just
it
an
out.
I just turned
innate-
up the music.
Yeah, it's an innate ability,
Yeah.
but you don't sense any fiends or undead
Oh, you
Mm.
talked
or
about
or
device.
celestials.
Okay.
Everyone is human. So, Elliot, you've heard the name Theros before. All you know that from what's been said about him is he was expelled from the Mages Guild for practicing necromancy, and he was always more of an oddball.
Ooh. How do you spell that? T-H-A-R-O-S?
Theros.
Mm,
And Theros just well, in a more muffled voice says, "My plan is simple. When our task force attacks, the guards that fall will be raised and used to slaughter the other guards. By the end
Okay.
of it all, only guards should be the ones that take any sort of brunt, and I'll be sure to lay them all to rest when we're finished." Make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, who? Wait,
Can
who?
I-
We'll say
can I?
again.
Again?
Oh.
Okay. Because we're gonna have to.
Going,
Yep.
Listen. It's fair. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fine.
Oh, why? Come on, dude.
I'm
It's
taking his word
cool,
for
let's
it.
just keep getting. Let's keep fucking letting Talon do everything, even though his
I mean,
rolls are
insight
shit.
is +4. It's not bad.
Yeah, but his
Amazon.
rolls are shit.
Yeah, let's just never let him roll ever again.
Exactly. Travis gets it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the little one.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Fucking
It's fine.
stab him in the forehead. Like,
Your
ah!
insight is fine. Your insight is higher than mine.
Is Zone of Truth active? No, not Zone of Truth. What the fuck was that? I was kidding. What was that
No.
thing you had earlier?
It's not detect good and evil. It's a ping if
It's
undead
a-
or celestials or anything like or fiends, but everyone in the they're either human or they're
It's
normal.
60 It's 60 foot.
No, my original thing. I meant what's the thing that Merble had originally? That thing that oh, it's on saving throws. Never mind.
Beacon of Hope.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
on
Did-
saving. Never mind.
Did this fellow, well, what battles did you fight in, young whippersnapper, during the war?
I did not choose a side.
What made you pick a side now?
The need for more battles. Battles create dead, and that's what I'm interested in.
What do you use your dead for? I mean, if you're not fighting with them, are you?
I like to raise dead in different manners, experimenting with what they can do. Once they've been raised, that's typically the absolute tipping point that I can push them. So laying them to rest afterwards doesn't exactly. It doesn't bother me.
So
Raising them initially is what interests me.
So what god do you believe in?
wherever the souls go, I'm not too concerned. Hopefully they go back to whatever they worship. But myself, I don't know the name of the god, but it is the god of death. I don't have it on hand.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, that's cool. Yes.
With that, the tent flaps fly open again.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No one knocks. Knock on
Nope.
the tent, damn it.
The tent flaps fly open again, and Kane steps in.
Oh, fuck's sake.
What the fuck is this now?
You don't want to fuck with him. Trust me, my little buddy. You
That's
don't-
my
don't fuck with him.
visor. It's my visor.
Can I hide?
I still audibly say out loud, who the fuck is this now?
He just looks at you and he gives a small wave. It's just Kane, and I don't think this plan is a good idea.
What?
Oh,
I'm still not
fuck's
entirely
sake.
sure what this plan is.
Wait, who just said
There's
that?
just
Kane said
people
that.
dying and resurrection.
Oh,
I
so Carter, do you guys know each other?
I've talked to him once. He was the one who messaged me saying he was responsible for the explosions. If you really are Kane, then I thank you for softening up our target.
What explode? What
I-
the fuck is
I-
going on?
I pull
explain
I
later.
pull on Sauron's cloak. Do it again.
Divine sense.
You divine sense, he's human.
Oh,
Huh?
you- okay.
Oh,
Is it?
Oh.
uh-oh. Huh.
So
I'm cool.
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay.
it's just came. What the fuck?
I don't think that raising the dead is a good idea.
I'm kind of with this random man.
Well, what is
As much as it scares me to
your...
agree with him at times, I kind
But what does he
I-
think is a good idea?
Well, if I had to choose for what we should do, is I think that we should drop the siege entirely and use the army more as a distraction to bring guards towards the walls. That being the case, I think that if we can bring enough defenses high enough in the center or towards the walls of Crescent Bay, myself, Carter, and Theros, us three should be able to take out the main target that is conducting the defenses for the city, which I have intel on who that is, actually. I've taken a bit of my own time to figure out who is going to be conducting the defenses, and it's no other than General Abinstol himself. He was coming to mourn his son, and somehow they've caught wind through probably a spy, as he gives Carter a glance, that there's a small force coming to siege Crescent Bay.
Gasp. Dude, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. There's just all these new
I-
people.
I will explain later.
He looks at the rest of you and says, I don't think that Crescent Bay is going to pose much of a threat to myself, Theros, or Carter. I think the three of us would easily be able to drop the defenses from the inside and have the attacking force take over easily, as he glances over at Theros, without raising the dead. But the rest of you pose quite an interesting conundrum for what I think you should do. If you plan on helping these folks, I would say I have a contact in Torsborn that would be able to use your skills quite handsomely. This person is interested in starting a resistance group from inside the walls. And if they do that, then we won't have to have an open siege. We can have an open rebellion from within the city.
Whisper campaign.
Was that Kane
That was all
just
Kane.
said that? Oh
Yes.
my fucking god.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do a whisper campaign in my life.
What? The fuck?
Carter pipes up saying, I mean, that's a lot to take in all at once. I would personally feel better if we dedicated all of our forces to one city at a time. And Kane replies, I assure you, you, myself, and Theros are enough. We should get moving as quickly as possible, dropping these cities one by one. The party would be much more inclined to drop Torsborn from the inside, where we can catch up with them by the time the siege of Crescent Bay is already over. And Carter looks at you guys and he asks, "What do you think is the best idea?"
What the
Oh.
fuck
I
is all
mean,
this
dirty
shit?
look.
Just-
Are innocents gonna die?
Who are you asking that to?
To Kane.
I expect one or two, but I mean, it's an assassination more than anything. Guards will die as well, but like I said, I'm trying to keep civilian casualties lower, but I don't think that raising the dead is ever a good idea.
Does
How
Carter look
come?
scared of Kane?
Carter looks. He knows that Kane set off the explosions, so he doesn't look scared, but he does look like he's taking his opinion very seriously.
Okay.
He doesn't know that Kane is powerful, he just knows that Kane is at least resourceful because he was the one able to soften up a city. And he also doesn't know if Kane has any connections either, purely because he doesn't know that Kane did it by himself or if he has people working for him.
Mhm.
But Kane knows about Stone though, because he's talking about raising the dead, right?
Well, he knows who Theros is at the very least.
He doesn't know about the stone that we just got.
You don't know.
No. Well, yeah. Yep.
You
we
don't know.
There's still
I
that
don't wanna know.
red
I
gem
don't want to
thing
know
too.
to know if he knows.
That's the stone.
Oh, that's a stone.
Kane
We
kind
have
of looks
two
over
things, so.
the lack of initiation on suggestions and says, "I have a good idea. Since we've all been through quite a lot today, myself included, I think that maybe it's best if we take a long rest at our tents and reconvene in the morning, and we can discuss it in private, as I'm sure you as adventurers have a lot of, I don't know, anything going through your head at this point."
I'm so fucking confused.
Sounds
You
good to
being here has
me.
baffled me.
Sounds good to me.
All right, then we'll come back at morning. And Carter just, he's like, yes, yeah. He's like trying to like regain command. Yes, we will come back at morning. Yes, morning is good. Theros, sorry, but you're gonna have to wait another day for an answer. And Theros just shrugs, politics, and he goes back and he walks out. You guys head back to your tent. Kane follows you out of the tent and waves and says,
Fuck.
I might be by closely because I wanted to talk to you guys as well, actually.
Oh no.
Who the fuck is this?
And he
Man,
goes
I could
back.
kill you with a pinky.
He goes back to his own tent, and you guys go back to your own tent.
Like Carter doesn't like stop us or anything for not handing over the stone.
He doesn't even know that you have the stone yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just
Why,
fucking
I didn't-
book it.
Let's
Shit.
let's
I
go
ain't
back to
saying
the tent.
nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck
we ain't
that.
saying shit.
Guys, cover the door. I have a plan.
Okay.
I'm
Cover
gonna
the
figure
door.
out what the
Fucking
fuck this
Lehman's
other
hut.
stone's at.
Caster bubble thingy that
Hey,
makes some noise
take
here.
10
Yeah.
minutes. Hurry up.
Wait,
Make time go faster, somebody.
wait,
All
somebody,
right,
yeah.
10 minutes go by.
All right, everyone, be like on the other side in case like some crazy shit starts happening.
Wait, what do you mean be on the other side?
I'm gonna
of what?
mage hand out the box
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
The box with the gem in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was a bag.
Well,
Or
it's a
is it
bag in a box. A box in a bag.
Oh, okay.
A gem in a box in a bag.
Yep.
Well, is there a gem in
So,
the box? Oh, there is a gem. in the
I
box.
will take 10 minutes to carefully identify this thing,
This
if
gem.
possible. Yeah.
Okay. 10 minutes go by, and you still have no idea what it is.
Ow.
Fucking A.
Oh no, identify didn't even work.
has
Ooh,
anyone
back.
touched it?
Don't fucking.
I notably have not touched it. I've been mage handing it every time that I need to handle it.
Does anyone want to take the risk?
I'll touch it.
don't know.
Hold on. I drop
Hang
the
on.
bubble and I
Yeah.
get the fuck out of the tent.
Oh, you're getting the fuck out of. Wait. What about Lehman's?
Fuck that. If you guys want to touch it in there,
Fuck
I am
Lehman's,
not
what do
gonna
you
be in there.
mean?
So you want to be trapped in there if something horrible goes
Well,
on.
the thing is, if something happens, Kane's just gonna be like, "Oh, what you doing over there, guy?"
We fucking
He's got a point.
have it answered by morning. All right, let's start fucking with shit.
All I wanted to do
Alright,
is see if I could figure out
I don't
anything
think
about
we
it.
should touch it.
I don't want to touch it.
I want.
I don't think
No, not now. Not now. Maybe later.
But the
Especially with
curiosity,
Kane is
curiosity-
it's
already
killing me.
No, no. Hang on.
down
Okay.
the
I promise you can touch it.
Tabaxis
Just not right
should
now.
like just inherently have to make wisdom saving throws every once in a while. Just cat's curiosity. Just, do I do it?
Curiosity.
Do I go after that fucking
I'm
red dot?
playing my character.
Can you survive?
The
Can you survive the
curiosity.
temptation?
Hang on. Hang on.
I want to poke
hey.
it.
Hey, again.
No.
How about this? I'll let your curiosity win, but hold off for now. Wait for a little bit, and then I'll let you touch it.
How long is a little bit?
Maybe until we're outside this camp.
All right, well, let's go outside the camp.
Not
No,
right
Alright.
this second.
no.
If I try
Yeah.
and identify the original gem, do I get anything from it?
The prismatic stone.
Yeah, the prismatic stone.
Yeah, you do. You understand that when casting spells through it, whatever spell you are casting, you can cast it at any level you'd like. But if you cast it at a level higher than is possible for yourself, you take damage for doing so. You take a penalty.
Okay. Yeah, I picked that up mostly. I was making sure there wasn't any other additional things about it. But that's pretty neat.
None that I can think of right now. I'll message you later in the week if I can think of anything in like specific scenarios that could be game breaking. But for now, that's the base of it.
Okay.
I still want to touch the gem.
All right. So,
Okay.
the main thing.
Oh, we need to get Gen caught up on who came.
My mind is exploding.
That's not
He's
that
like-
important.
He's like, "Fuck this
Uh,
was the gem."
Just give me the gem. I don't give a fuck. I want to touch it.
So, how are we gonna
Notably, I keep
explain
sleeking
Kane?
my hand over towards the box.
I smack your hand.
Basically, we got subcontracted by some random dude in a pub to assassinate a target. That target turned out to be the big bad general's son.
Yeah, they were
And-
talking about.
Oh,
the
you
40.
guys are the one who killed the kid.
Oh yeah, that was us.
Yeah, listen. You need to shut
Alright.
up about that.
Well, I'm glad I'm with children murderers.
It-
Not children, but
We're glad you're with us too. Anyways, the guy who contracted us for that,
Listen, you're my friend now.
the guy who contracted us for that, turns out Kane, the guy you just saw, was actually the guy who contracted him, and he didn't like that he subcontracted us, so he took us into a deep dark hole.
Oh,
he
no.
It was a house.
Gave us
It was a house.
yeah, the basement of some creepy ass broken down house. Gave us a reward, and then killed the guy that subcontracted us right in front of us. So
Yeah.
And then left through a magic door.
yeah.
Well, he also actually killed another guy in that basement too after he had tortured him for many days, and that
Oh,
was just
okay.
because that guy.
I
Tried
don't
to
feel like
take
that guy's
one of
that
the
important.
So what I'm getting from this
Still.
is
He's
that
ruthless.
you're
Fuck with
working, you're working for a murderer.
No, we're not.
Yes.
We're entangled with
Wait,
the murderer.
what?
We're entangled. We're not working
We
for him.
didn't know
That's
who we
what
were
we're here
working
to.
for when we
Oh,
accepted the
so
job.
are
That's
we
what
not
we're here to
agreeing
discuss.
to this?
I don't.
So are
think-
we agreeing to this?
I don't.
Talking about it right now. What do you mean?
That's what we're trying to figure
Exactly.
out. We're trying to catch him up. You said we're working for him. I'm like, we haven't decided that yet.
Okay. Well, I
We're
thought you guys
entangled
were
with
on
them.
board. I thought you guys were on board. Never mind.
I'm not particularly on board with this plan.
Okay. I agree with that statement. I'm not.
I'm-
definitely not particular.
I'm on board with the plan that lets me keep my new buddy here.
If we keep the gem, we're gonna get fucked. Like we're
Well,
gonna
well,
have
hang on.
everybody against us.
Well, hang on. Kane came up with a different plan. He didn't say we had to be part of that plan for what he was going to do. So he was talking as if he didn't
No,
need the stone.
He did say we need to be a part of the plan. We have to go if we accept it.
No,
We
no,
have to
no,
go
no.
infiltrate Torsborn.
No, that's
Yeah.
if we
I know
go.
Torsborn.
Yes, but he said his plan for that other city has nothing to do with us and has nothing to do with the stone. He never said
Yeah,
that.
we don't need to be there, and he doesn't want that.
He doesn't want the stone
one
for.
guy to use the
Theron.
stone.
Right. Still have to worry
So-
about Carter then.
And I do agree with Kane on this one. No grazing, dead.
The paladin.
Very paladin of you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I kind of agree with that. That's a little spoopy. To just kind of use them like
That's your concern about it? It's spooky.
Yeah.
You're
find it
you're a
ethically
real
wrong.
card, aren't you?
She's not like the name Marbles, not all there.
Marbles.
Oh my fucking god.
How is it gonna burn, whippersnapper?
Okay. So Okay, so what I've gathered from this is that you were contracted to get said stone, not the red one that you won't let me touch,
Yeah.
but
I said
the
later. You can
very
touch it later.
colorful one.
Later.
Later.
I promise
Shut
you
up
can
and
touch it
let me
later.
finish. And instead, you were told to get the shiny rainbow gem that you
Yes.
now don't want to give up because it's a badass thing.
I mean, would you?
I don't give a damn. I don't use magic.
Mm.
Ah, I guess I kinda do.
I was about to say.
You want to roll
Well-
a deception or something?
Oh,
At
Snapper,
disadvantage.
you were throwing disease fucking bolts out of your butthole.
Little cat spray.
That is not important.
I'm
That's
just saying,
different.
if we keep the gem, you have to make sure we never are around like Carter and this group again, or ever use it in front of them, or else they'll know.
Or blast them.
We got
Okay.
a 500-person army. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would say I'm not great, with math, but I feel like the odds are not in your favor.
That's fair.
That's more than 4.
Okay.
What was the
So-
word for the gem, by the way?
Hidden.
What?
What did Carter say he was gonna give us if we gave it to him?
4 horses.
Horses, yeah.
Oh, that's
There is
right.
now. There is now
An extra
6 of us.
member.
There is now. We
Hello.
don't have enough.
Well,
Oh.
there's 6.
Well, we have 2 gnomes that could fit on a horse together.
There is still.
We
Alright,
still
that's
need
one
Are you
horse.
transracial?
And
What the
cat-
fuck?
The cat runs really fast.
I do got.
I don't think
some
he could keep up with the horse.
speed.
Actually, I think his movement speed is
Horses are base 60.
30, 30, 30.
Definitely not.
Yeah, actually, he can
No.
run
No, I
almost.
cannot.
You can run 90.
Yeah, burning everything and then
Everything I have.
the
That's
horse
per 6
base.
seconds.
They've got a lot of
The ba-
horses. Our party got bigger. We could just negotiate.
The horse's base movement is faster, so if they
Mm.
dash, then it's faster.
So that's
Considering what
also on
It's
the
only 120.
condition that you want to give away your
120
stone.
versus 90.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
considering
saying-
what I just saw Elliot do with that stone, I don't.
Just for the sake of the horse argument, you would not. Talon travels at the same rate. On foot, 4 tiles per day or 4 movement per day. Horses, it's doubled.
Yeah.
So
Well, he just.
And I will say, you guys do know how much horses cost in this world, and they can be anywhere from 2,000 for a low-end horse up to 10,000 for a very
Oh, he
high-end
can
horse.
afford one.
He
Fuck
can.
you.
That's why he got 5K.
I will not be down. I will take that stone and run away.
We'll kill you.
Let me
Well,
see if I
The
can try.
more if we have horses, less dangerous encounters we'll have, so more movement.
Well, we're giving a very powerful item to people who can't really seem to agree on this plan on
And
taking over
can-
the world.
can they really trust Theron, who says that if we give it to him, he doesn't just take it when they're not looking at it and then raise the undead to.
Wait, are they
Kill the
giving it to
resistance.
Theron?
No,
Yes.
That's what their
Theros.
plan was.
Guys,
I mean,
guys, his name's Theros,
They're not
Ah,
giving
fine.
it to Theros, but they are letting him use it for the siege.
which he
Right.
could just take it and run.
the entire he said he
Right.
didn't even fight. Why?
But if we
I-
give that
I don't know.
stone to
Sketchy.
them and they let it to Theros, and he raises the undead, like Kane doesn't want. Kane scares me, and he knows that we gave him that stone. We are in deep shit.
Potentially, he could just kill us if he wanted to.
Hashtag team game.
So what's our story then? If we
Do we
keep the
want to tell
stone?
Kane about the stone?
No.
No,
Let's just.
I
we-
want
we
the
just-
stone.
I mean, Kane's gonna.
we're not
find out
talking about
that-
the shining
I
stone you
want
want
the
to touch.
get that stone.
I just want the
Uh,
stone.
The thing is, he's gonna find out that we have the stone anyways, because he has people watching us.
What? You guys are we're entangled with a man who has people everywhere watching you.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he has people watching us, he probably already knows we have the stone.
Yeah. So why not just come out and tell him that we?
Can I
have it?
keep an ear out for people like coming up to the tent at all?
Sure, and actually, as you are, you hear someone approaching.
Fuck!
Wait,
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Do I run? Do I
We're
run?
in Leoman's hut, by the way, too. So this
So
is
it's just like
totally
a
gonna look
bubble?
sketch.
Okay.
A bubble inside the tent.
So as you hear these footsteps grow a little bit quicker, someone opens up the tent, and you see Dolly there.
Notably,
What the
they
fuck
can't
is this?
hear-
The man who gave
Notably,
Elliot
what is
chicken.
it? They
His
can't
sex friend.
hear anything coming from inside the tent.
I mean, he wouldn't have
Right.
been able to hear anything. So he comes up and he looks at you guys in the bubble and says,
I wave.
I don't know if you guys can hear him.
You can hear shit around you. I don't think he can see us even. It's like
Oh, really?
translucent.
Oh, then
Yeah.
never mind. He just opens up the curtains and just kind of looks around and then leaves.
Do we-
Should-
Was
um,
that
Should
that
we
maybe
talk-
an important
yeah,
person?
maybe we should talk to
it's
him.
Dolly.
Yeah, there's also a spy in this camp, so
Yeah, and considering we
I mean, I guess we
didn't
could
someone
go
mentioned
chase
to
him
him when we
down.
were talking to him about our little thing in the stone.
He's leaving
I-
now.
He's
He's
leaving.
leaving now.
Whoever this
Reading
man
the
is.
spell. Hold on.
Don't.
Oh.
What's that?
I'm reading the spell.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, do you guys want to grab
Everything
him or
is
no?
paused.
I
Yeah.
vote against it.
I think we
Yeah,
should.
just do
I
it.
think we should grab him.
You
Grab
can
him?
go in and out of it. I just have to
Yeah.
stay in it.
Okay. Then do you
I'll
guys want to pull
go-
him into it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go run up and tug on his little.
He turns around and he says, "Oh, it's the I'm sorry, what was your name?"
Marble.
Merble. I'm glad to see that you're back in one piece. I heard you guys had you were through quite the ringer today. I wanted to congratulate you guys and talk to you.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
What do you want to come to our tent?
Sure.
Okay. I take him
You-
to the tent.
You grab his hand and you lead him into I'm not sure what it's called, something hut.
The
Lehman's? Lehman's
Yeah.
hut. And he goes, "What? Okay, this is interesting spell that you've got here."
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Wow.
Who the fuck is this?
I'm just one of the regular soldiers here. Who are you? I didn't see you here originally.
There was a cave in, and then there was worms, and it's been a something.
He's a new friend.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a Apparently.
Watching your every
You're-
move.
You're a cat and you have worms. Got it.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I wanted to I wanted to congratulate you guys, and I was interested. I wanted to know if you guys maybe wanted a little icebreaker.
Oh, what?
Talking like the candy.
There's
No.
a candy called Icebreaker in this
Are you
world?
talking about
He,
two truths and a lie?
he puts on a glove and he pulls out a small black hexagonal gem. Kind of looks like a D20.
I don't like this. I'm gonna
Oh,
back
now
the
you
fuck
don't
up.
like it. Now you don't like it.
No, I
I
don't.
never had an idea. I didn't agree with this.
What is that?
I am fully prepared to jump out of this fucking
This-
building.
This is a cursed item.
Ooh.
Now don't worry, it's a family heirloom and it's used for games, okay? And I'll show you.
Wait, insight.
Uh,
Okay,
I want to
you
insight check him.
go
Is
for
he
it.
trying to fucking?
This is the fucking
he
shadiest
super
shit
suave?
I've ever seen.
yeah.
Is he super suave trying to kill us?
You'll see in a second.
Oh God.
12.
Fucking
He
Christ.
seems genuine.
I'm just gonna take a step out while you
Hold
guys
on,
do this.
hold on, guy. Maybe I should drop the dome just to be safe.
If you want to, sure.
I have bad gas, so I'll go ahead and drop the dome.
It's not going to hurt. Okay, so you drop the dome, and he takes the gem and he touches it to his bare palm, and then this sort of blank expression washes over him, and he says, "I stole one horse when I was 15," and then the gem falls off of his hand and clunks on the floor, and then he grabs it with his bare hand and says, "See, what it does is, as an icebreaker, you can confess, or it forces you to confess the greatest sin that you've ever done."
Oh.
Uh,
Your
Wait.
greatest sin is that you stole a horse.
well, this is a pretty shitty sin.
When you
Well,
were
I mean,
15?
what would have been worse than that?
How did you come across these dice?
Well, like I
Family
said, it's a family heirloom.
They cut your hand off if you steal a horse. That's pretty big.
Yeah, stealing a horse is pretty
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
And anyway, I mean, I use it to basically feel out people that I want to get to know better.
Fucking shit, Mike.
No, I'm good. I don't.
Fuck you.
Nope,
Fuck
I'm
you,
good.
fuck
I
you,
don't want to
fuck
touch it.
you.
I stepped way back to the other side of the tent, ready to dash the fuck out.
Oh,
I have now grown curious about Jim.
There you go, whippersnapper. You can touch that one. It's
I can touch it.
I mean, I'm not gonna force anyone to touch it. I just thought it'd be kind of a fun game to play. That's all.
He seems genuine. Interesting. Fuck it.
Wait.
Yeah.
He holds his hand out with
Okay.
the gem
I
towards you again.
I grab it.
You grab
Here's
the
the-
gem, and you're
here's the thing.
instantly compelled to tell the worst thing that you've ever done. Sin, in your opinion.
I don't know.
Well, you should have fucking thought of it.
I
before.
thought about that.
Good job. Now go
I-
write your backstory.
Although I will say that the gem is now stuck to you. You
Oh, for
cannot
fuck's sake.
pull it off of your hand. In fact, when you grab it with your other hand, it gets stuck to it as well. Almost.
Oh my god.
Pull-
Tell
pull-
him your
pull-
sin.
Yeah, pulling it almost like pulls off your skin.
What's up?
What'd you do that was really bad?
What-
What'd you
tell
do?
your
What,
sin.
what did I do? That was really
What'd you
bad.
do?
Uh,
You ever steal something?
This
I
is
mean, I have
primo
stolen, right?
backstory.
I have
Primo
stolen.
backstory.
When I was younger, I was learning from the thieves people in the guild, and I killed people. I killed a man by accident.
Okay. So you accidentally killed a man when you were in the Thieves Guild, and the gem drops to the ground, and he picks it back up. Well, that's at least you said it was an accident, so and the gem came off, so you were truthful about it. That's fair.
That was weird. Okay.
Any
That was
anybody
interesting.
else?
So you had a really open family, huh? Very
Well,
transparent.
Well, I mean, if we had people coming into your house, you probably want to give them the same sort of courtesy they give you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else want to touch it?
Nope.
I'm gonna put my arm around Dolly's neck and be like, "We're friends now. This is golden."
He puts his arm around yours and says, "Hey, hopefully in this upcoming siege, I don't have to kill that many people because I really kind of like the horse one."
No.
That's a good point.
Wait, you've never killed someone before?
Oh no, Jesus.
Oh.
Who's Jesus? No, I've never.
Yes.
Some guy
Jesus.
pops his head in. Senor, I am Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a working farmer, so I mean, this seems like a worthy cause to fight under. So
Well, I mean, I guess I'll touch it.
he hands you the gem.
Wait.
While
I
while this is
know.
happening, can I? Okay, just a farmer family heirloom that's super cursed and like super magical.
Mhm.
This isn't adding up together at all.
Well, I mean, it
That
might.
one. No. Can I
mean-
do some kind of insight check? I guess.
Sure.
Or Arcana or something.
Arcana. We know it's magic.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem genuine. Like this could have been passed on by maybe somebody in his family who did have prowess and magical skills, or maybe it was a gift from somebody else to his family for doing a good job.
Gotcha.
Either way, it serves as both a defense mechanism and an icebreaker at the same time. It's supposed to ease the tension between new parties.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I say that I've watched one of my best friends, or one of my best friends kill an innocent kid?
Wait. Oh yeah.
And you
could.
participated.
Technically, I just watched. I don't think I actually.
Oh, he didn't participate at
Oh,
all.
you
No.
participated.
I
it-
kneeled.
It starts to slowly feel like it's coming off of your skin. There's just a little bit more truth there that you're just choosing to leave out.
And he was, and I go nudge him. You specify, kid.
Well,
Yeah, what do you
he wasn't
mean?
really a kid. He was an innocent guy.
He
I
was
think I helped
innocent?
killed him.
That's a little fucked.
And it drops to the floor.
This is weird. But
He
cool.
grabs it and he goes, "That's pretty fucked."
That's worse than mine. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're the cleric. I actually expected better from you, really.
I know, me too.
And as he says that, Kane enters the tent.
I was actually about to say I
He's
still want
gonna
to keep an
be
ear out.
dead. Okay, bye guys. Gonna roll a new character. real quick.
Wait. You didn't like just kind of put together like this guy's clearly the fucking spy.
I know, right? Well, I mean, in character, no. Out of character, fuck yeah.
So Kane enters the tent
Hey,
And
it's the guy who I don't know.
and he goes, "I'm kind of disappointed that you guys didn't just go straight along with my plan earlier. I thought it was, not raising the dead. You guys don't have to be part of a front siege line. Thought it was kind of the best of both worlds there."
I do
And
agree
Dolly-
with not raising the dead.
Dolly looks over at him and he
I
goes,
agree with that.
who are you?" And Kane looks
Dude, that's
Kane
what
looks
I
at-
want to know.
Kane
Oh,
looks at
no.
Dolly and he goes, Well, who are you? Oh, well, I'm Dolly, and we're just ice breaking right now. And Kane folds his arms, going, "Oh, ice breaking, huh?
Oh,
With what?"
oh no, 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 no.
Well, I have this family heirloom gem, and
Bye, Dolly.
and it's cursed. And Kane smugly looks at him and he goes, "Cursed," and he immediately grabs it.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And his eyes widen for just half a second, and it almost looks like he might begin to start crying. And he whispers to himself, "I was responsible for the end of my sister."
Oh.
And with that, he doesn't let go of the gem. He grips it tighter, and in fact, you can see blood coming out of his hand, dripping down onto the ground. And as he lets go, the broken gem is nothing but dust in his fist now.
Bro!
And Dolly goes, "Oh my God, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean." And you hear a crack, like a gunshot, barely seeing Kane move as he blasts Dolly in the center of his chest with his fist. A blast of air kicks the
Yep.
tent far away into the air, undoing all the stakes in the ground. Dolly flies in a mess, hitting the ground several times like a skipping stone before crashing into a tree far away. And Carter rushes over, going, "What the hell happened?"
Bro!
And Kane just brushes off his shoulder, looking at Carter, and says, "Dolly was presenting a cursed item to us, and it looks like it backfired." And he looks at the rest of you,
What
and
the
that's where we'll end the session.
That's Kane.
My boy!
That's Kane.
My boy!
Right?
That was accidental.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
He said,
My
"Fuck
boy."
this."
Dolly!
I mean, tying up loose ends, you kind of just admitted to the
Yeah.
murder.
Oh yeah, that's also Kane's thing, is that he likes to tie up loose ends.
Where are the loose ends?
We're gonna be, yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
Midge.